Good morning and welcome back to the Tadpoll Show. I'm your guest host today, Deb Weishaar. Most of you know me as a family consumer science teacher here at the high school, and I just retired this year. So thank you so much for all of the nice wishes that everyone has sent my way about retirement. So far it feels like a summer break. I'm doing a lot of closet cleaning and yard work and chores, but soon I'll probably get the feeling of it's actually retirement. So I'm looking forward to all that. Also this morning I wanted to give a little shout out to Tad Feltz. I hope you're watching today, Tad. We are going to talk a little today about the farmer's market, and Tad always has a tomato question for us, so we hope we'll be able to answer that for you today. On this morning's lineup, we have Dr. Riley Juenemann, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the new practice that he and his dad are joining together to make. Also on today's show, we're going to speak with Megan Babcock about the July farmer's market coming up, and then we'll talk to Tami Sauer about what the chamber's doing to prepare for rodeo weekend, and we'll wind up today's show with Ruby Wiehman, who's going to tell us a little bit about the summer sunflower program across the state of Kansas. So, good morning, Dr. Riley. How's it going?
It's good. Congrats on retirement, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
So we've all seen the announcement that the optometry business is changing the name slightly and that you've joined your dad. So can you tell us a little about that?
Yep. So my dad's been practicing for right around 30 years, and the name's always been, Ron Juenemann, ODPA, and now that I joined the practice, I think it encapsulates both of us.
Okay.
So whoever that's being seen, it'll be a Dr. Juenemann, whether it's me or Dr. Ron, and it kind of fits the both of us practicing there, so it's been really exciting.
That's good.
So it's called Juenemann Family Eye Care now.
Very good.
Yep.
And I do go there for my eye doctor services because I am blind as a bat. So thank you so much for helping me. And that's just how they refer to you, Dr. Riley and Dr. Ron. So when you call in and you need an appointment or you need anything, they ask who you need to see or which doctor you're with. So that works out great. Are there any new services that you're offering now that you've added to the practice?
Well, it's a pretty full scope practice as it is. So there's not a whole lot more to add. There's a specialty type of contact lens that I do add that wasn't there before, but if certain patients are candidates for it, I'll let them know. But it's about as full scope of a practice as there is. So our job is primary eye care. So basically whatever comes through the doors, whether it's a red eye, if there's metal in the eye, if it's an infection, if there's glaucoma, macular degeneration, whatever it is, we just want to offer services to manage and treat it, typically to the point of surgery. And then at that point, we'll transfer it off and co-manage it from there. But it's a pretty full, well-rounded practice. When I was practicing in Wichita, we were at a big private practice. It was one location. There were 6 providers there. I was the 6th one. And we have all the same services that they have there too. So it's pretty humbling to be able to come back and have all the tools and services that we need.
And you have a very nice facility as well for people to come to. And one of the things I've always appreciated, it hasn't had to happen to me, but several people I know have had a condition that has had to be referred on to somewhere else. And both you and your dad are not shy about doing that. You have a great relationship with some other providers in the area. So
it never hurts to have a second opinion, even if it confirms what we've already said, which happens a lot too. But it never hurts to do that, and we're confident in what we do, but there's a time where, another set of eyes never hurts, so it never hurts to do that.
Okay, that's great. And you have full service, so people can order their glasses there as well and get your contacts through your office?
Yep. We do routine eye exams, which people think of, getting your prescription, glasses and contacts, but we also look at the health of the eyes as well. So for every exam, we'll always look for any type of glaucoma, macular degeneration, cataracts, anything that's hindering their vision at all. So that'll basically cover everything from their eye muscles, their focusing, and then all the health of the eyes as well.
Okay, and then you do a lot of preventative care too, like if someone's younger but they might have a situation that could develop and be a problem in the next
100%.
20 years, you might have a plan for them now.
Yep, a lot of people will have risk factors, family history of things going on, so we always watch that, but we have the technology needed to manage and treat anything up to the point of surgery is typically what we like to do. So it's really fun to practice when you have the technology to do it. It makes it fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, so getting on to that personal side a little bit, how is it every day coming to work with your father?
It's super easy. It's quite a blessing to do that because we've always had a good relationship. It's been easy. When you trust the person that you're working with, it's easy. I mean, if you go to a big city, you don't really know the person who you're trying to join a practice with. It might be hard. You don't know if they have your best interest all the time, and I know that he does. So it's been super easy, and I can tell him my thoughts, and he can tell me his thoughts, and we don't get offended. It's pretty straightforward. It's been really good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so glad. And then tell us a little bit about your family then that you brought back to town.
Yep. So my wife Lindsay, and then Reed, my son, he just turned 3 a couple months ago, and then Blakely, she's about 20 months old. So it's a busy house, but it's been good. So they visit me at the office quite a bit. So it's fun to see them during the day when typically wouldn't happen in Wichita or even in Tennessee when I was practicing. So it's quite the blessing. You know, it'll be just 10:30 on a normal day, and they might walk through the back door to say hi, and then be on a walk or something like that. It's pretty fun.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's good to
very,
hear.
very good.
Very nice. And also as part of the community, I know you and your dad in your practice do a lot of sponsoring of items at the rodeo.
Yep.
And that's coming up soon. So that's a big topic here in Phelps County right now. So can you tell us any of the promotions that you're doing that go along with the rodeo this year?
So we've always sponsored the rodeo, and I think we're doing similar stuff that we've done in the past. The one thing we're doing around rodeo time is our back to school event. So August 4th and August 5th, we're having a back to school event for kids. So it'll be barnyard, farm themed. So we're going to decorate the whole office with, you know, animals, farm equipment, tractors, all that kind of stuff. So kids, it'll be anybody from 18 under, but probably 10 to 12 and under is going to be who it's really for. And they might come in. There's going to be toys in the waiting room. There's going to be coloring stations. They'll have, you know, there's going to be decorations all over the place. They'll get their exam, and then there may be a photo booth as well and things like that. So it'll be fun. It's kind of our first year doing it, so we're brainstorming a lot of ideas, but we're getting things rolling. So,
well, and I know that's really an important factor because a lot of times before school, parents don't realize that their children are not seeing as well as they might be.
Sure.
So that was one of my children ended up with glasses kindergarten year just because they weren't seeing as well as they could have been.
It's extremely common. I mean, kids might have one eye that sees perfect with no prescription, but the other eye has 5 units of prescription. But how would the parents know? Because they see everything with the good eye. I mean, the focusing, the eyes teaming together, it's pretty important to catch it early so that they don't fall behind in their reading level. So, we thought, well, if we're going to see kids, you might as well make a day out of it and do that. So we're probably going to try to do it going forward, but this will be our first year doing it.
That sounds great. August 4th and 5th
Yep,
then. Okay.
just after rodeo.
And people need to make an appointment?
Yep,
Okay.
we're doing it those 2 days, and then if we fill up, we'll account for that next year. But just call the office and make an appointment for those days, and we'll be seeing kids the whole day it'd be Tuesday and Wednesday, the 4th and 5th of August.
Okay.
So it'll
Very
be fun.
Good. All right. And Tuesday's your long day anyway, right? Your staying late day?
Yep. So we'll just see them through there, and if people have emergencies, we'll obviously see them still, but they'll just have an office decorated and farm animals and stuff like that. So it'll be fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
And there is that convenience, too, of their practice. We didn't really mention their hours earlier, but they do have a night that they stay open later in the evening. And so people who work or are unable to get away from their work, they do accommodate people with those different schedules. So that's great.
We work late Tuesday till 7 p.m. And then we are on call. If it's during the week, we'll typically try to fit any emergency during. I mean, we're pretty good about fitting people in. Maybe you have to wait 10 or 15 minutes before you get seen because we'll see people on our schedule, but we typically do pretty good. And then we also have on-call hours. So if anybody gets an eye injury or a red eye on the weekend, just call the office. It'll have our on-call number. It does not bother us. It bothers us sometimes if people have issues that we could have helped them with, and they
didn't.
Yeah,
reach
and
out.
then they're miserable for 4 days, or it gets worse. I'm a minute away from the office. It's not like a 25-minute commute like I had in Wichita. So it's pretty seamless, so never hesitate to reach out for on-call. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for being with us today,
Yeah, sure.
Riley.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a little short break, and then when we come back, we'll hear from Megan Babcock about the farmers market.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
We're here for you.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too. Also, your family's free too.
Dream fearlessly.
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products, Amber Wave. Vital, reliable, sustainable.
Welcome back to the Tadpoll. I'm Deb Weishaar, and I'm hosting today. And next, our guest is Megan Babcock. She's a member of the committee who helps organize and run the Phillips County Farmers Market. We've added Megan this year, so good for her for being willing to come. Her very first year of being a market member. Those of us who started out, myself, Jen Hammonds, Katie Van Allen, Ashley Shalowski and Mindy Kraft are also staying on this year while Megan trains, and then one of us will go off in the fall, and that's kind of our new succession plan. We'll have a new member, or maybe two, come on each season, and then some members will take their time to go off. So that's kind of what's happening now with the farmers market. So just a few things for us before we get started talking all about the farmers market, though. Megan, tell us what brought you to Phillips County.
Yes, my family and I moved last June, so we've been here over a year. And my husband, Grant, lived here, grew up here. His parents, Greg and Kim Babcock. And we had been living in San Diego, and then the last 10 years we'd been in Littleton, Colorado, and had spent time in the city. And we have two boys who are almost 10 and 7. And as they were getting older, we were feeling the pull to come back to a small town. And so Phillipsburg fit all the needs that we wanted.
Okay.
And we've been really enjoying our time here.
Well, we're so glad to have you back,
Yes,
and
thank
so
you.
thankful that you're willing to join Farmers Market with us.
Yes,
So,
yes.
So let's back up to June. It was an exciting market night, something that hasn't happened to us yet in the 5 years of the market. So tell us what happened at the June market.
The weather was a little bit of a factor. It kind of made a rush that the last hour that it was
Yes.
cut short. So that was a bummer. You never want to have to feel like you're rushing to get everybody to safety.
Yes.
But we made it work, and I think this month we won't have any weather issues.
Yes,
it'll
this
just
month
be
it'll
warm.
be good and hot, so we shouldn't have that thunderstorm moving in. It wasn't really predicted last month, so that was kind of a shock as well.
Right.
We were at the information booth kind of just looking off to the south like, wow, those are some big clouds rolling in, and before we knew it, it was here. So it was kind of a little bit like on those reality TV shows where they do the action and see how fast something can happen.
Yeah,
and it
perfect.
looked like in about 16 minutes you can clear out that square of 42 vendors and 4
Yeah.
food trucks, and everybody was on their way. So
Yeah.
I think everyone was safe. There wasn't lightning was really the main factor that night, but
Right.
we were okay. We got everyone out safely.
Yeah.
So It was
Yes, good.
There was a lot going on. Okay, so tell us about what's coming up in the July market then.
So this July, we have almost 40 vendors, a lot of baked goods, produce, crafts, so lots of new vendors from what you've seen last year. So that's really exciting. We also have food trucks. So our food trucks are going to be the Braxton Smokehouse, Serrano Mexico Grill, the Rub Grub Barbecue, which is a favorite, and then also craft beef for our meal deal.
Right. And that's something we've really tried to make sure happens this year is have a reasonably priced family meal. In the past, we've had that, and then a couple months we didn't, and we really heard that feedback from some families. If you're coming with 4 or 5 children, you really want a more reasonably priced meal deal. So we're making sure that that happens each month this year, and this month is craft beef, so that's great.
Yes.
They'll have their homegrown products there for that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's always a good option.
Very good. And then can you tell me about the Kids Corner this time?
The Kids Corner is put on by the Phillips County Health System, and they're doing Growing Healthy Habits for a Strong Future, so the kids get to plant seeds. And I believe they're doing pumpkins, carrots, and flowers that the kids will be able to do.
That's fun. And last month we had the Conservation District with the pollinators, so also some more things about how to be your own grower and be safe, so that was kind of fun. We were supposed to have, First National Bank last month was supposed to have the Rolling
Right.
Hills Zoo here with their pelts and things, and they had a terrible storm the night before in Salina. So I believe they're coming October. Was that the right?
I think so.
What we heard?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so we'll still get them this year. They just weren't able to make it. They weren't able to actually drive out of the
Right.
area that they needed to get to get here.
Yeah.
So okay, and then music this month.
Yes, Wade Richard will be our musician this month. So bring your lawn chairs and shop and grab some food and enjoy the music.
Yes, and there are always a few lawn chairs provided. Several of the market members bring those that day and have them set up. So there are chairs and blankets on the courthouse square for you. If you didn't plan ahead and you want to just stay because it's a beautiful night, do that. We do have a great shade, even though the temperature is forecast to be I think 97 on Tuesday. We watch it every day. But I think that's what we're looking at. So, but we do have a good shady spot, and we do have free water available. And this month, water is sponsored by
Suchland
Roofing.
Roofing.
And of course, we have some leftover from Landmark last month since we ended so early. So we've been storing that. So we'll have that as well. So there will be plenty of cold water. We keep it on ice for you, and a nice shady spot to sit down and relax with your family, have some supper, listen to music. Have a great time, so that's good. And we do have produce coming this month too.
Yep.
That was kind of an issue last month. One of our produce providers has had a big hailstorm, but our other provider does have some produce, so that's good. And herbs with Farmer Ben.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes,
very good.
looking forward to that.
Okay, and a big question that comes to us, and great thing to clarify now, can anybody just show up on Tuesday night then and set up their booth? Is that how our market works?
No, I've learned so much from being a part of the committee of all the behind the scenes things that happen and the communication that happens with vendors. And the mapping of, you don't think about, we take the time and Katie does a whole map of where everybody's going to go. So yes, you can't just, if you are wanting, you can't just show up to sell. But if you are interested in wanting to be a vendor, Katie Van Allen's the person to contact.
Right, and we actually have a link on our Facebook page. You can go on there and sign up. It has to be signed up for the Tuesday before each coming market. So if you sign up by the first Tuesday of the month, then you can be there on the second Tuesday of the month if you're approved. We do have some guidelines that we have to follow through the land of Kansas. There are over kind of umbrella organization that gives us guidelines for our market. So there are some things that we just cannot do unless people are already certified through another organization. There are some live things that we can't have there, that kind of thing. But we try to follow all those guidelines so that we're in line. The health inspector does seem to hit our market at least once during the season, sometimes twice. So our vendors have to be, know about that and have things just how they should be. So there is definitely a process to becoming a vendor, and then also what things you can have at the market.
Correct. Yep.
But if you want to hang out for a while, it's a great place to come.
Yeah.
And so
definitely the highlight of our week. We
Yes.
really enjoy being able to go and see friends and just, enjoy the evening outside.
Yes, and Megan has her market t-shirt on for
Yes.
this year, so our colors this year have been this yellow and blue, and we are giving away bags again this month. We gave 100 away at that first market, and then every successive market will give away 75 more at the information booth, and also the kids coins, $2 each, sponsored by First National Bank.
Awesome.
And kids can spend $2 anywhere in the market then. We give away 50 of those each market, so we'll look forward to lots of fun giveaways and
Yes.
doing that this week.
Wonderful.
All right.
We're looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thanks for all of your hard work for helping make the market happen. And we're glad you came to Phillips County and that you're here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for
Okay.
welcoming us.
And we'll be back in just a moment to hear a little from Tami Sauer about what the Chamber's doing to get ready for rodeo.
If your vehicle is pulling, shaking, or just doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. At Coombs West Shop, we're more than alignments. We offer engine repair, routine maintenance, wheel alignments, and tire services, including new and used tires and tire repair. One shop, honest work, done right the first time. Call Coombs West Shop at 785-543-6647.
At Farmers National Bank, we believe that strong foundations are built on faith, hard work, and everyday heroes. For over a century, we've been proud to serve the communities that have made us who we are today. We honor everyday heroes who dedicate their lives to serving others. You inspire us to treat every customer with the respect and care they deserve. At Farmers National Bank, we know that strong communities are built on strong foundations, and we are proud to be part of yours. Farmers National Bank, honoring strong foundations since 1921.
Are you looking for reliable insurance options in Phillipsburg, Kansas? Look no further than Rogers & Associates Insurance. Our team is dedicated to providing great options for home, agriculture, auto, and commercial insurance. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, or business owner, we have the coverage you need to protect what matters most. Trust us to provide you with personalized service and competitive rates. Contact Rogers & Associates Insurance today to learn more about our insurance solutions.
Welcome back to the Tadpoll. Our next guest today is Tami Sauer from the Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street. And Tami, I'm sure the month of July is busy for you. You're getting ready for our biggest event of the year, Kansas' biggest rodeo. Before we get to that, though, tell me a little about last month when KSN was doing their road trip.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how many people showed up. I was tickled pink that we had such a good response. It was fun to have them here. We had a good, I didn't count how many people because it was just one of those where you just go around and visit and everything, but it was fun to see the kids get to explore all the different
little stations.
vehicles and things like that. And then we had some businesses set up tables, so it was a good thing, I would have liked to have had them broadcast from here. I misunderstood and had thought that they were going to do that, but I think
it was
that
more just like a segment when it came out.
Yes, I would have liked more coverage, but that's, maybe another time.
Yes.
So,
Well, and they were going lots of places each day
Yes.
too, because it wasn't just our community in that one day, which that made me think, I wonder if once they've been out and done this, they'll see some communities that they feel really show up, and maybe they'll come back to those communities more.
It sounded like our competition was Wilson because they have their Czech Fest.
Festival,
Yes. And they were talking about the food and the entertainment and everything. They couldn't wait to get there that evening. So So we may have to
maybe they should come for a farmer's market night.
I know.
That would be good.
That was brought up several times by several people in our community that they should have come when we had the farmers market.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't pick and choose the date.
Well, and for them too, their schedule is probably a little crazy.
You can tell, and it is very. So because I was like, okay, let's be there early to expect, and they said no, they will be there at
exactly that time,
and then they will roll out at the time that they're supposed to.
And I'm sure they had to keep on their schedule for the day.
Yes, absolutely. So
okay, well, tell us then a little about Kansas' biggest rodeo.
Okay, well, we do rodeo roundup. We don't do the rodeo, but we do the rodeo roundup, which will be the Saturday of rodeo weekend. So we will have vendors and food trucks up on the square from 10. We tell the vendors and the food trucks 10 to 1 because I feel like between 1 and 2, that gives them time to clean up and roll out and be prepared for the parade, and then nobody's
still trying to
interfering.
travel.
Yes.
Because it does travel right around that town,
around
city
the
square area.
Yes. So, and then it gives them time to enjoy the parade with their families and stuff. But if you are a vendor setting up there, you can stay until 2 if you want. Or if you're a food truck, you can stay until 2. But just wait until the parade's done to try to clear
Before you
out.
try to leave.
Yes. So, because there are some things like, I will have like the Triple C lemonade. So they may want to stay and sell lemonade. I'm not saying that they are, so don't quote me on that. But that's
never
just an
quite know,
example.
yeah.
So if somebody, because my goodness, parade day, it's always a guaranteed 100 degrees. Although last year was like in the 70s, I think. But it's usually
a
in the
hot
100
day.
degrees, yes. And everybody is searching for cold drinks.
Yes.
So
Triple C will have lemonade. What other vendors will be there?
So RC Rub Grub will be there. I'm trying to think. It's the Mexican food truck from Hayes.
I'm
Have
sorry,
you had
I
them
don't know.
before?
I don't think we have had them. So that would be fun to have something different.
And
That's
then
great.
the lemonade stand. We did find out, like with Party in the Park, we did discover that if we have too many food trucks, we just don't have the population to support that, where they're all making a profit on it. So we decided that we're going to limit how many food trucks we are going to
For a
have,
couple of
which I'm sure
options.
you guys probably
Yes,
figured
it's always a
that out,
balance.
too.
It
Yes.
is. It's tricky to know how many.
Yes.
If you don't have enough, your lines are too long and people don't stay and buy. If you have
Exactly.
too many, then the food trucks don't feel like it was worth their time. So we really
Yes.
have to balance that for farmers market as well.
And then you'll have Knights of Columbus with their ice cream. And then I believe the center is setting up, they're going to serve breakfast of some sort, so that would be an early thing before having the lunch food trucks show up and everything. But so it'll be, and then we'll have the vendors, and then the stores will see what they can get involved with and all that. So it's just a process. You know how nobody wants to buy in until like 2 weeks before.
And then they're really ready to do it.
Yeah.
And does everyone decorate something in front of their business now as well? Does that
So
still
we do
happen?
have scarecrows,
Okay.
and we need to get those out today. So far, I have 3 businesses who are going to do that. It would be great to have more businesses do it. But so our rodeo theme, or parade theme, and downtown theme this year is red, white, and rodeo, celebrating 250. So that's what the scarecrows will be decorated as. They'll be Americana, and it'll go with our barn quilts.
I was
It'll
just
go
going
with
to
our
say, I know the barn
banners.
quilts
Yeah.
aren't a part of that, but
Yeah.
you have done those this spring as well. All
Yes.
those barn quilts that
Yes.
are all Americana this year.
Right. And Kylie, my assistant, is working on getting all the pictures taken and getting that set up for the auction page. We're trying to do that with Cody Miller before he gets too busy on the, with the fair and everything coming to town. You know how that all goes. So, but yes, we're trying to, the flowers look beautiful right now. So now's the time to
It's a
take
great
the
time to
picture.
take the photos.
Yes.
Right. It
Yes.
is. Yeah, the
and then
flowers do look really nice.
And we're working on the posts with all the artists and everything. So, yes.
And that is just showing how everything works together. Because when
Yes.
you mentioned the flowers, I have noticed the city guys out there with their big water truck
Yes.
watering them
They are doing a
religiously
great job.
in this heat.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for doing
it's a
such
great collaboration. And then the bank is the one who plants all the flowers, First National Bank. They're the ones that they do that as a community project with their workers and everything. So we appreciate all that too. It is a great collaboration. I don't think people realize how much behind the scenes,
how many steps it takes to make everything happen.
Exactly.
Just like
And
what
the
Megan was
preparation.
saying about the market. Yeah, it's not
Yes.
just bring your table and show up. There's a lot more to it than
exactly,
that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Tell me about T-shirts this year.
Okay, so our T-shirts are on sale. We actually have them in 5 different places. We have them at White's Food Line, like usual. We have Roland J, Gilded Grace, Blossoms and Butterflies, and Farmers and Ranchers are all selling them. At the grocery store, the green one seems to be the popular one and is running out. So I would suggest if you're going to get your green shirt, you better do it right away. And of course, the pink shirt, it's always the week of rodeo that the pink shirts fly out. So the cream one, I think, is a nice classic looking one as far as colors and everything go. We had one similar last year that went over huge. So, and it seems to be popular again this year too.
It's nice to have a nice variety of those too.
Yes, and the colors and everything. And I like that we have a younger board, so they try to keep things looking more trendy, where, you know, for many years I felt like we were...
It was the same design for a little while. Yeah, so the
yes.
new designs are fun to look at too. I personally like the green one the best as well.
Yes, I've heard that a lot. Yes, a lot of people like the green one. It's a nice, it's not a forest green, it's not an army green, it's just kind of an in-between.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Tell me too about the parade. Can people still sign up then?
Absolutely,
How does that look? Okay.
Yes. I do have a Google Doc if they want a link to that, or I can email the paperwork to them. We have had great response already. So yes, the sooner you can get that information in, the earlier you'll be in the parade lineup, if that makes sense. So.
Yes, so apply sooner. You might be behind the horses.
Yeah. And yesterday we sealed the deal with, so we're going to do something different. So you know how First National Bank, they're the first to go, and they have their flag. And then behind that we'll have the, Legion Riders. They will be on their motorcycles and things like that. So they requested, the Legion Riders requested that at the stage where the judges are, they want a pause in the parade and then have somebody sing the anthem so that everybody can show their respect to the flag, and then the Legion Riders can show their respect as well. So Kelly Hinnicky is going to sing.
Are you going to let us know who that is? I heard that spoiler alert yesterday from Kel. She was so excited. She's a little local celebrity singer that we have. So
she said she sings at so many funerals. She was looking forward to singing at something happy, you know, something a little more joyful. So
we're really good friends, and she used to always call herself the wedding singer when she was a little younger, and now she's become more the funeral singer, but still some celebrations of life out there that have been pretty happy. But she's excited to sing the national anthem for us, so that'll be great. She'll do well.
A nice little addition this year, I think. So we'll see.
And then who's our grand marshal this year?
We have not voted on that yet.
That happens soon.
We have 6 wonderful nominations. Unfortunately, people don't always want the attention on them for the things that they do. So I have 2 more people to call today to confirm that they want to be a part of the nomination. So that just shows, like, because sometimes I'll send out, the business members are the ones who get to vote on that. And sometimes they're like, well, I put in so-and-so's name, why isn't it on there?
Oh, because
and it's
the person
usually
chose
because that,
not to be. And that's nice that you give that as an option, because sometimes you don't always want all that.
Right, and there are some very humble people in this town who do a lot for this town, but they just don't want the recognition. They feel like others deserve it, but then the others feel like others deserve it. So it's just a constant.
And so then, and who's announcing the parade this year?
As far as
people walk through, do you have an announcer?
So no,
I'm never at that part because I'm usually walking by. But.
Interesting thing. So last year it did not work out where we had our announcers. So our announcers were not able to do their announcing. Nobody said anything. Nobody ever commented like we didn't know what was going through or going any. So we are just doing the radio. They will do it from the stage. And then we also have Tad coming back.
Yes,
and
that was
he
my
will do
next
it.
little announcement.
And he said, so this is kind of exciting because he said he needs a cool spot, or to keep him cool, not like a cool spot, but, you know, a spot where he can
For his temperature.
Yes. And so he's going to be in the chamber office. We are going to set it up for him and he can watch it through the window. And I believe that Kim's going to be there outside and she will be filming it. So My Phillips County Online will be broadcasting it as well.
Yes.
So I think that's fun. But that's the 2 ways we're going to announce it. We chose just simply because there wasn't any response, you know, as far as them not announcing it last year. It's so hard to find volunteers. I feel like, why do we?
And so many things we feel the pressure of, we've always done it this way, so we have to do it this way. And then if it doesn't happen that way and no one seems to notice, then we think we've been putting all this effort in all this time. So good for you for finding some things you could cut along the way too. That's great.
Yes. And then Caleb Breon, I want to do a shout out to him because Chamber basically organizes the parade, but Caleb and his crew will be the ones that actually implement the parade that day. So because we have so much going on with Rodeo Roundup and everything else, it's just kind of nice to have that backup. So Ronnie Bovey has done it for many years and has decided to hand that down to a younger generation. So we're hoping that it runs just as smooth this year as well, which Caleb has helped the last couple of years, so he's got the experience.
Yes, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of that, though. A lot of
yeah.
people, again, like you said, a lot of people who volunteer to make everything happen.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll look forward to My Phillips County live streaming the parade with Tad Feltz and Lance Munyon as our commentators. So you'll want to tune in for that so you can see it in person if you're not able to come down and sit on the hot street.
And I'm going to leave the chamber office open that day, so if anybody wants to come in and see Tad that day, then they can do that. So I know he does plan to go on to Colorado from there, but I just thought it's a nice open place if anybody wants to stop in and say hi to Tad. I think that's a good time.
And Tad is in his mid-90s now, so good for him for still being able to travel and go strong and do some things that he loves to do.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have another commercial break, and then we'll come back and wrap things up to hear a little bit about what's going on at Fort Bissell.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
We're here for you.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too. Also, your family's free too.
Dream fearlessly.
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products, Amber Wave. Vital, reliable, sustainable.
Okay, welcome back to the Tadpoll. I'm Deb Weishaar, and I have with us Ruby Wiehman. She was our Tadpoll host last week, and now she's back as a guest. Good morning, Ruby.
Morning, Deb. Thank you for having me.
Yes. She's going to tell us a little bit about an exciting opportunity that Fort Bissell has through the Summer Sunflower Program.
It's actually the other way around.
Other way?
Sunflower Summer.
Sunflower
But
Summer, okay.
Yes, it's really a program that Kansas Tourism has put on, and they have a budget to host these things. So there will be over 200, there's something like 230 venues throughout Kansas that is offering this. You can actually have free admission for you and your kids. So it's great. You have to be a resident of Kansas. The kids must be at school. So you have a passport. You go online, you download this to your phone. It has a passport, so you put the parent, only one parent can go in, and it doesn't matter about the kids. They're all linked on that. So basically what happens is your admission fee is covered by Kansas Tourism for that venue that is listed with them. We don't charge an entrance fee, so but we're still part of the program, so we will be getting $5 for everyone that comes through the program and visits us.
Oh, great.
And to us as a nonprofit, that's huge.
Yes.
It's huge, you know. And so as part of the program, what we decided to do is do something different to entice people to come. So we're going to have a scavenger hunt. I sat for 2 days cutting cards. So we made like business card sized little collectible cards. America 250. So all about historical stuff, 3 little bullet points on it. And they have to go and find these throughout the fort and read about it, because it will be related to where it is, like the Pony Express or the Homestead Act or something like that. And then once they're done, they get this little certificate, which calls them a junior historian. Okay. So it's just sort of an incentive to give them something instead of just walking through. We still have rocks left from last week. It was great fun we had 18 kids come in with their parents. Kids and parents ended up decorating rocks, which was great. So we still have rocks left. I've ordered another batch. What we want to do is that they paint a rock, decorate a rock, and then we want to have like a rock garden.
Oh,
sort
nice.
of have it there, and it will stay there. We will, once they're done, we will coat them with something to make them weather and waterproof, and they will be on display as our 2026 rock garden.
Oh, that's a great idea, Ruby. Thank you.
So the Sunflower Summer Program has been going for quite a while. They have shortened the period this year, so the budget was cut a little bit. So if they get to the end and they see there's still money left, they will extend it.
Okay.
But right now it's running from today till August the 1st.
Okay.
So, as I said, there are 230 venues throughout Kansas. There are zoos, there are museums, there are shows, there are parks. Once you've got the app on your phone, you go and look at the various venues, and it's exciting to see what there is. So if you or your kids want to take a day travel in a direction, look at that, because you can save money. You can go in for free. So
oh, that's great.
I think it's a wonderful program, and I'm glad that we could be part of it this year.
Yes, and it's great to hear that you're promoting it as
Thank
well.
you. Yeah.
Very good.
I think all of us that are part of it actually promote, because you want people to go and visit. So if they make a trip with 3 or 4 stops, might be tough to do that, but you can get good value for your money.
Yes. Okay. That's so great. Well, thank you so much for coming on today to tell us about that.
Thanks that I could sneak in here right at the end for this.
We have one little announcement. This is from Benny Benight, and he wants us to know that there will not be a commodities distribution in July. The next distribution will be in September. So just wanting to make sure people in the community know that, and in the county. And that's all the time we have for today's show. Tune in next week. Cody Miller will be back as the host. He's going to have a lot of 4-H kids on the show to talk about their fair projects and much more as we get closer to the fair and to the rodeo. Thank you so much for joining the Tadpoll today, and we'll see you next week.
Phillips County.